Hey mamas, good morning, happy Monday. So Danielle here, your mom coach, and I am here to answer one of the most common questions that I ever get is, will this ever go away? Will my depression, will my anxiety, will my OCD ever go away? Will these intrusive thoughts ever go away? And the truth is, they will go away 100%. Postpartum depression, anxiety, OCD, psychosis, they're all treatable. And you can 100% come out of it, and it will go away. I promise you. But it will not go away without help. And I know a lot of you don't want to hear that because you are afraid to get help. You're afraid to reach out to a therapist. You're afraid they're going to put you on medication or deem you as crazy or take your children away. You're afraid to reach out to mom friends because you're afraid of judgment or ridicule, or what if they think you're crazy or an unfit mother. You're afraid to go to support groups in fear of speaking out about what you're going through. So I completely understand what you're feeling. I felt the same exact way. I was terrified to tell anybody what I was going through, terrified to speak out to a medical professional, I was terrified that I spent months suffering in silence. So to answer the question is, will it go away? Yes, it will go away 100%, but you cannot get there by yourself. It will not just disappear and go away on its own. Your thoughts, your intrusive thoughts, the scary ones, they're not just going to magically disappear. There are people who have had thoughts that slowly they start to manage them. But why suffer for 2 years having crazy intrusive thoughts if you could go and get therapy or go see a coach or go to a support group and learn how to manage the thoughts and get rid of them in a couple of months, right? Why would you waste 2 years of your life suffering in silence? Because of fear of judgment or fear of ridicule or fear of being deemed crazy. Why would you suffer in silence if you could get help immediately? So you cannot do this by yourself. The thoughts do not just magically disappear, and the anxiety doesn't just magically disappear either. If you're suffering with anxiety and it's been months or it's been years, or it's just been weeks, it doesn't just go away. You don't just all of a sudden wake up and one day you feel calm. It just doesn't happen that way. You have to learn how to manage your anxiety, learn where it comes from, and learn how to heal it. And same thing with depression. It doesn't magically disappear. You don't wake up one morning and just, I'm happy now. I feel good. It just doesn't work like that. I wish to God it did. I really do. I wish I could have just woke up one morning and said, woohoo, it's all gone. It disappeared. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It takes work. It takes help. It takes support. So before I go into a little bit more, if you haven't gotten support yet, you haven't reached out to a therapist, a trusted friend, gone to a support group, talk to your mom, talk to me, reached out to a coach. If you have not done any of those things, please do that today. Please put this the first thing on your to-do list is reaching out for help, because you cannot heal and you cannot get to where you want to go without anyone supporting you, without anybody giving you a roadmap, giving you tools, giving you resources, giving you things to do. You cannot do this by yourself. I really wish you could. I tried, and I did. It took me 2 years to come out of the hole. And in between that, I had to say, I need to get help somewhere. I need someone to help me. So you can try to do this all by yourself. And I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that the chances of you healing quicker and faster are slim to none, right? And you may continue to suffer in silence for a very, very long time. And I do not want that to happen to you. I want you to get the tools, the resources, the full and support that you need to, and deserve, rightfully deserve, to get you through this. So when you are getting help and when you are in this spot where you feel like it's never going to end, it's never going to go away, when you have help, what happens is somebody reminds you how strong you are, gives you the tools and resources so that you feel like you have the power, right? You feel empowered. You feel like you have someone to go to cry, to vent, to explain to them what's going on. Why is this happening to me? To just sit there and talk. You have someone to do that. If you are keeping this all inside, it's only going to keep building up until the top blows off, right? You're just going to keep building up that anxiety. And when I talk about why we need help, it's because it's this vicious cycle that keeps going around, right? So we start with the buildup, which is what I call it. So it's this buildup of all of a sudden this like the intrusive thoughts, a little bit of overwhelm, a little bit of non-support, right? And so the anxiety builds, right? And then for some people, it's anger comes in, right? Resentment, doing things that you wouldn't normally do, or thinking thoughts that you wouldn't normally do or think. And then all of a sudden you have depression, right? You feel sadness, you feel shame, you feel guilt. And now the depression comes in and you can't get off the bed. And then the same thing happens again, the buildup of the anxiety and so on and so forth. So it's this vicious cycle that keeps spinning around. So when people say they just have depression, they just have anxiety, I truly believe that it's this vicious cycle of just a constant anxiety, build up, anxiety, shame, guilt, depression, anxiety, build up, shame, guilt, depression, so on and so forth. So when you get help, what happens is it helps stop the vicious cycle. So either the person who's helping you or the support group that's helping you is going to stop the buildup of anxiety, or it's going to help you manage it when you get to anxiety. And it's also going to help you manage the shame and guilt that you feel around what happens when you have anxiety. And you won't feel depressed from it. So it breaks the vicious cycle that you're going through. So yes, this will 100% go away, but you cannot do it by yourself. I do not suggest that. I suggest you reach out for help immediately. Tell your doctor, a friend, go to a support group, anything, do anything. DM me. This is my job. This is what I do all day, every day. So if you feel uncomfortable reaching out to a medical professional, just DM me. I get DMs all the time. If all I can do is help you to get to the point where you feel comfortable going to see a therapist, you feel comfortable going to a support group, feel comfortable talking to your doctor, then I've done my job. But you need to do something. So please, this will go away, but you have to get support. So today, your only thing to do is find where you can get support from. Get your head wrapped around the fact that you need support and you need it now. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. If you do not have support, it will only continue to get worse. The anxiety will continue to get worse. The depression will continue to get worse. It does not get better. The longer you wait, it does not get better. So start getting help now. The people who see the most success early on are the ones that receive the help as early on as possible. That say, you know what, I don't care what people say. I don't care if they judge me or ridicule me. I'm going to get help. And I don't care what it takes for me to get help. How much time, how much energy, how much money. I'm going to get help because I cannot stand feeling like this anymore. So today, go get some help. DM me, call a therapist, call your friend, go to a support group, find some freaking help so that you won't have this question of will this ever go away. It will start going away immediately. All right, ladies, until tomorrow. Thank you.